Now, I don't know if this is going to be start or what, or if it'll play on YouTube, but here's some Muta. This is from WCW stuff.
Steve Casey. And entering the ring area, introducing the Pearl of the Orient from the land of the rising sun, Gary Hart presents the Great Muta.
Well, I'll tell you something. Maybe the guy with the most guts in the house right now, Steve Casey, because I don't know of anybody on television in recent weeks other than two or three guys that would even sign a match with the Pearl of the Orient.
That's one thing we definitely agree on, Jim Ross. Because I'll tell you what, he's been taking on two, three guys. Casey's taking them on by himself. At least he's got a little bit more fortitude than, shall we say, an Eddie Hot Stuff Gilbert or a Sting.
Well, that point may be debatable. There's a look at the Great Muta, who here last week
Annihilated.
3 men in the Oriental torture match.
Now, we've seen Casey wrestle Muta before. So maybe it's not just guts. Maybe he studied the videotape, seen his mistakes, and feels he can overcome them. And there he goes. Good move. He attacked her from the beginning.
Casey turned it on here. He's been in the ring with her before. High information. Casey, I'll tell you something. He has wrestled this man on another occasion, and to sign him again, you gotta admit he's got some guts. That's why they call him the chopper.
That's right. Well, you know, like they say, you get hit by a
He ran into that karate kick. Oh, call it, Dennis. Judo chop right to the neck. Still to come, the Midnight Express with Jim Cornette. Meet Hacksaw Butch Reed and Bob Orton.
I've got to be interested to see, are the Midnight Express better than ever, as everybody claims, going after their third world title?
Muta bringing Casey back into the ring, and he leaps right up on top of the rope. He is. Judo chop right to the top of the head coming off the rope. Gary Hart signifying perhaps for him to do the claw, and he's got his hands in his mouth. And that's right on the trapezius muscle. That's got to be one of the most painful maneuvers in the sport.
Well, it is, but you wouldn't know nothing about it. You've never had wrestling. You've never been in the ring.
And there's another line to that story. I never will. I never want to. So there. Well,
You got to admire Gary Hart because he gets...
no, I don't.
Well, you have to if you're really an objective and unbiased person because Gary doesn't interfere.
No, of course.
Gary instructs, which is his job.
Yeah. Gary Hart has got that good look on his face. He's a guy you can trust. You know, he's got the facial features that are real interesting.
Everybody can't be as good looking as me. I'm not talking about the guy's looks, his brain.
That was you call him Uncle Gary.
What's the call Uncle Gary?
It ain't mine.
He is.
Uncle Fester maybe, but not Uncle Gary.
Casey's still hanging in here.
He was out here, and him and whenever Orton was out here earlier, I could see Murdoch wanting a piece of Orton right away. What do you say?
He just hollered out over here, keep the name Eddie Gilbert in your mind.
Well, Eddie Gilbert's one guy that stepped right up to the front of the line and said, I'll take Muta on, dragon shy, or if Muta's got all the big guts, what if he's done a coal miner's glove match with Eddie Gilbert?
To the front of the line, that guy ran to a boat at the Haitians and took off tequila.
What do you think, you're listening to the Navy or something?
Yeah, probably joined the waves. Gotta give it to Casey here. He's hanging in.
The Great Muta, undefeated, unscathed, no one has pinned his shoulders since he debuted in the NWA, and very few men, as a matter of fact, none can say that. Even you, Mike.
Well, I didn't say I could say. Of course, he can't take out any woman of his choice at any night and 3 at a time.
He can't have Benny Hanna.
Well, he probably could.
Back into that claw, the trapezius muscle. Also, the Dynamic Dudes will be here in this program.
Oh, wow, man, I can't wait.
Great Muta showing up this nerve hole. We're experiencing that a little bit more than we have seen in recent weeks. He can beat you with all we know the high-flying maneuvers, but here he's got a ground attack that is very sound and very, very sadistic.
Well, that's exactly the point. What you're missing is he's dishing out more and more punishment. And you know what's funny? People admire him because he is such a great athlete. But he doesn't care to hear people's adulation for him because he does not get motivated by that.
He doesn't like American people.
Well, what if he doesn't? He's kind of like Steve.
Well, that's an exception to the rule.
Yeah,
see that? It's good for him. Yeah. You guys have a nice conversation? He tortured him, and that way he'll sleep better at night. I don't know if Casey's going to sleep better tonight, I can tell you that. He's fighting back, this young kid from Dallas, Texas. Right hands don't have much effect, though. He's starting to loosen up. Going to drop down very quickly. Oh, he missed a karate kick. High cross body by Casey. Break by the legs and not hold him down, however. Back up to a vertical base, both men. And Casey sends Muta for the ride. Palacino! Oh, that's a big mistake. Big mistake now, and Muta signals that this will be it. Oh, he's giving the sign. Moves off. Is that it? Gary said that's it. It's over. Well, here he goes. Watch him. Oh, he got the knee right in the ribs. That was a modified version of that move. He hit him right in the ribs off that. Casey's got to have broken ribs. He's got to have broken ribs.
The winner of the event, the great Muta.
He came right off the top rope. Let's watch this. That was intentional. I don't think that was an accident. I don't think it was a miscalculation. Let's watch the right knee as he goes up. Yes, he's placing it right there in the rib. Gary Hart's getting a meaner and more sadistic each week. Look at the look on his face. Pleasure.
The World Tag Team Tournament will come up.